Welcoming Sylvia to the Hall of Fame are Hubie Brown and Nancy Lieberman. Ladies and gentlemen, Sylvia Hatchell.
Wow. Every morning since this class was announced at the men's Final Four this spring, when I wake up every morning, I open my eyes and I say to myself, am I really going into the Naismith Hall of Fame? This is absolutely incredible. In fact, I may have Nancy come over and pinch me to make sure that it's really, really happening. But I want to thank Nancy and Hubie for presenting me to the stage here. Nancy and I go back a long way. In 1979, I coached Nancy in the Haynes All-American Classic. I believe she was a senior at Old Dominion. And then Hubie has been a mentor to me for years and years. And, I just love Hubie, and he has been a friend of mine and to women's basketball. So I want to thank both of them. And, I had to ask them sort of at the last minute because my dear friend Pat Summit was supposed to be my presenter, but she wasn't able to travel and be here today. And in fact, right now, I know Pat is watching. And so if you would join me in just giving a great shout out to the great Pat Summit. We love you, Pat. First of all, I just want to say a big thank you to the Hall of Fame, the committee and all. They have just been unbelievable. The staff has just done a fantastic job, and we have had such a great time. Also to Nike for being a sponsor and for actually being a sponsor of mine for many years. But this class has just been, it's been so much fun to spend time with them, and I am so humbled and honored and thankful to be here. Success is about relationships. And, people ask me all the time, how have you been able to do this for 39 years and 900 and some games and all this? And, like I said, success is about relationships. And there are three key things that I think that helped me be a winner and to have been a coach for all these years and have won over 900 games. And those are my faith, my family, and my friends. First of all, my faith is the most important thing in my life. I tell people all the time, I am way too blessed to be stressed, all right? And I know I hear a lot of amens out there. And today I feel like the most blessed woman in the world. And my faith gives me tremendous balance in my life. And I've always believed that givers gain. Givers gain because we don't come into this world with anything and we're not going to leave with it. What we have while we're here, we don't own it. It's just ours to manage while we're here. And so I challenge you to take what you have and to give it away. But givers always gain. And then and number two is my family. I'm so blessed to have such a wonderful family. I have the greatest family in the world. I had two wonderful Christian parents and grandparents who are now deceased, who trained me to believe that I could do anything that I set my heart and mind to, and that I had a vision and a passion about. And I have lots of family members here. First of all, my wonderful husband of 34 years, Sammy, when we met at a basketball game, and our first date, we went to a basketball clinic in Sumter, South Carolina. And Sammy has won a lot of championships on his own. He is currently a coach at Shaw University in Raleigh, where just last year in 2012, they won the Division II Women's National Championship. And my son, Van, who was born on the day that we played NC State, and trust me, my doctor still has the marks around his neck where I grabbed him when I was trying to deliver Van. So, but Van He graduated 2 years ago in 2011 from the University of North Carolina with honors, and he was a walk-on for Coach Roy Williams at North Carolina. And without a doubt, Van, you are the greatest accomplishment of my life, and I love both of you very much. And my sister Phyllis is here, my brothers Ralph and Ronnie, and they're having a wonderful time because they grew up watching all you guys play basketball, and they're having so much fun. But I have lots of other family members here as well. But thank you guys for your support and for making the trip here. And then third of all, our friends. I am so blessed to have so many wonderful friends. First of all, basketball friends. I have a lot of friends at the beach, at the mountains, school friends and everything. I told you I had a lot of balance in my life. The Smoky Mountain girls, some of them are here, but there's a really special friend that showed up just before the ceremony started tonight, and this young man is, I would say he's probably one of the most decorated Marines in our country's history, and that is Cleve McClary. Cleve, I know you're here, and he surprised me and showed up before the ceremony started, so thank you for coming, Cleve. And my basketball friends, players, former and current players, I would not be here without you. It has been a privilege to coach you and to be a part of your life. All right, there's so many wonderful stories about you, but thank you to all the great players that have played for me over the years. And then my staff, my coaching staff, my support staff, they're all here tonight. Andrew Calder has been with me for 28 years. He's been my loyal assistant coach, and I just want to say a special thank you to all my staff from the University of North Carolina for being here. Also, my coaching buddies, there's a long list of coaching buddies, but just a few of those I want to acknowledge. First of all, again, the great Pat Summit, Billy Moore, Vivian Stringer, and the late, great Kay Yao. People never understood why Kay and I were such good friends, because she was in NC State and North Carolina, of course, you know, our #1 competitors, but Kay was my best friend, and I miss her very much. So many wonderful friends who have supported me along the way who are here tonight. And then, of course, a lot of friends from my hometown of Gastonia, North Carolina, also the hometown of James Worthy and Sleepy Floyd, where growing up, my elementary school, Myrtle School, Hunter House High School, and especially Unity Baptist Church. You guys all made me who I am today, and I just want to thank you for that. And then my universities, Carson Newman College, now Carson Newman University. President O'Brien is here tonight. The University of Tennessee, where I was the JV coach there under Pat. Francis Marion, where I won 2 national championships, AIAW in 1982 and the NAIA National Championships in 1986. And then I had a great, great player. My first All-American is here tonight, and she is in the Women's Basketball Hall of Fame, where in her career history, she scored 4,061 points, and that is the great Pearl Moore. So thank you for being here, Pearl. And then at the University of North Carolina, I've been there I'm starting my 28th year there. We've had some great, great teams. Of course, the '94 National Championship team, you got to see a few of the clips from that, where I had great players like Charlotte Smith and Marion Jones, Sylvia Crawley, Tanya Sampson, and this will be our 20th anniversary this year of our National Championship team. But at the University of North Carolina, I've had the opportunity to work for 3 outstanding athletic directors. First of all, John Swafford, who is now Commissioner of the Atlantic Coast Conference. Athletic Director Dick Badur, who is here also, I've worked with for about 25 years. And then our new Athletic Director, Bubba Cunningham. So I want to say thank you to all of them for being here, and all the other folks from the University of North Carolina that are here tonight. Then also, along the way, there's been so many others. USA Basketball, the great Bill Wall, Lynn Berry, Carol Callan, where we've won many gold medals and silver medals. I want to thank you for that opportunity. To the WNBA, of course, Val Ackerman is here tonight, and I want to thank you guys for all those opportunities as well. I want to also thank the Women's Basketball Hall of Fame. They are here as well tonight because I was inducted into the Women's Hall of Fame in 2004. And then the Women's Basketball Coaches Association, Betty James and Beth Bass, they give us great leadership and they are great friends. And then I mentioned about John Swafford and the ACC because John hired me at the University of North Carolina. And I want to say a special thank you to John for hiring me because I would not be here, I would not be doing what I'm doing and having the success if it wasn't for John. And my first few years at North Carolina, we really were not that good. In fact, we had 3 losing seasons, and I'm not a good loser. But I remember that I was coming out of the locker room one night after we had had, I guess, our 3rd losing season, and John was coming out of the football locker room because our football team had not been doing well at that time. And so when he came out of one door, and it was not planned, he came out one door and I came out the other door, and John put his arm around me and he said, "You are my coach and I believe in you." You know, and to me that is great leadership, and I want to thank John for believing in me because John realized that relationships are the most important thing. Success is about relationships. The relationship that I have experienced and developed the past few days with all these wonderful people who share a love, a passion, and a vision for the great game of basketball, I will cherish for the rest of my life. And yes, this is the next thing, the next best thing to heaven. I am humbled, honored, and thankful to be a member of the Naismith Hall of Fame. Thank you for this honor and privilege.